Ecuador is a great place for those who love the outdoors and enjoy the simple pleasures of exploring beautiful places on foot. From the beaches to the Andes to the Amazon, Ecuador offers a full range of hiking experiences. From simple day hikes anyone with a good pair of sneakers can enjoy, to challenging trails that will take you up to 15,000 feet or even higher. Let's take a look at some of my favorites. Here on the coast of Ecuador, in the resort town of Salinas, we have an excellent park for day hikes. The La Puntilla Nature and Wildlife Preserve has a system of trails to choose from, with great destinations like La Loberia, where you can watch the sea lions, or watch the surfers practicing. This pleasant path leads along the beach to La Chocolatera, where its crashing waves and stone lighthouse represent the westernmost point of Ecuador. And of course, you can take the trail up to the El Morro lookout, which gives you a bird's eye view of the park and the whole Santa Elena Peninsula. Further up the coast, there are places like the Machialila Park System, where there are several other good hiking areas, for example around the protected beaches of Las Frailes. Of course, some of the best hikes are to be found in the mountains. Another great place for beginners or the casual hiker is just outside of Otavalo, the Cascadas de Peguche. Here you'll find a group of trails roaming through the protected forest. You can take a walk across the suspension bridge, visit some of the recreations of indigenous crafts and villages, or hike to the top of the Peguche waterfall. Afterwards, just take one of the trails back down to the basin and enjoy a beautiful view of the waterfall and feel the refreshing spray. Not far from Otavalo, and just a 20-minute drive from Cotacachi, is another popular spot, Lago Cuicocha. This beautiful crater lake is circled by a 9-mile trail. Some choose to walk part of the trail to a favorite picnic site and then return, but the complete circuit is a reasonably challenging day hike. Make sure you have good boots and plenty of food and water, as there are no services along the trail. Just a few hours south of Quito is my new favorite site, the small Andean village of Chuchilan. Sitting just under 11,000 feet in this village, you have many trails to choose from. There are trails that will lead you up into the grasslands. Sitting at 12,000 feet, you'll be up among the clouds. Or you can choose to explore the canyons, dropping down to 9,000 feet in warmer weather. But remember, once you go down, you still got to work your way back up. No visit to this area is complete without stopping at Lago Quilotoja. This is another crater lake in the caldera of an old volcano. You start at the rim, where you get tremendous views of the lake and surrounding countryside. From here you can choose to take a 5 to 6 hour walk around the rim, or explore just part of the rim and then continue down the western slope and back into the canyon, completing the hike back to Chuchilan. But most people take the steep and sandy path down to the lake at the bottom of the crater. It usually takes about an hour or so to work your way down the rim wall, and of course you need to take many breaks for pictures or to let the occasional llama pass. At the lake there are bathrooms and food vendors, and a place where you can rent a canoe or a kayak. Although there are donkeys and horses available to rent for the steep climb back out, it's a nice challenge to try to hike out on your own power. The way up may take an hour and a half or more, with pauses this time more for catching your breath than for catching the right photo. I hope you've enjoyed this quick look at some of the great hikes in Ecuador. I have to warn you though, we've barely scratched the surface. There are so many beautiful places to explore. I haven't mentioned the Baños area, the Incapirca sites, or the Caja parks near Cuenca, or even the Podocarpus Park in Loja province, just to name a few. Let's just sum up by saying if you're someone who loves walking through nature, you're going to love Ecuador.